We live. Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't know I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing that. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right-hand side, we have Commanders fan and SCSU #1 fan and still fantasy champ, Chuck Little John. And underneath us both, we have none other than our guy, Mr. Decatur Smoothest, Corey Davis, Mr. Rise Up and Georgia Bulldog champion himself. What's up, my dogs?
What's happening?
What to do, fellas?
Man, it's a great day, man. It's a great day. Super wild card weekend. We've had some great games. But before we jump into that, let me say what's up to everybody out there on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook pages. Man, we thank y'all for rocking with us. Remember to tell a friend, bring a friend to the crew and you. This live barbershop talk that we jump into every Sunday and Wednesday at 8 o'clock, but 7:30 on Sunday while the games are going on. So, we do apologize for everybody that's going out there right now. The games are going on still. They actually put the games back. So this game actually started later than normal, man. So 3 minutes left. The New York Giants are up by 7 over the Minnesota Vikings right now, man, in a hell of a game. All right, fellas. Hey, let's jump right in it.
Hey, before we jump into it, I would be remiss if I did not say happy heavenly birthday to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Dang, absolutely. Happy birthday to the legend, Mr. MLK. Because of him, we are able to do a lot of things that we weren't able to do back then, man, because of the impact and what he fought for, justice and equality for all. So we thank you, Mr. Dr. Martin Luther King, man, and happy birthday, happy heavenly birthday.
Hey, one thing I want to say, I like to bring controversy. So
Martin Luther King?
not about him, but just from from his. I want to get y'all viewpoint on this little segment of his "I Have a Dream" speech. It says, "I have a dream that my 4 little children one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." So the controversial question I have for y'all is: has that dream come true? Not just for his 4 children, but for this race, let's say.
Are we being judged on the content of our character?
Right. And not by the color of our skin.
No, it's still a battle. It's definitely still a battle.
Yeah, I mean, say no. Yeah, we're still struggling.
Yeah. But I think it's something that he put out there for us to try to get better at.
We've gotten closer to it.
Yeah, we're still fighting, but we're not where we want to be at. Trust me. Yeah. So you absolutely right, OG.
I'll say this here: if we would judge on the color of our skin, if we were coming toward, I think, OG, you'll make it first. Well, between me and you, it'd be like a close race. G will be behind us because he's a little bit more chocolate. Hold on. Let me see if we can get in first, G. When we get you in there. But he's still in the field.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And speaking about birthdays and somebody been in heaven, man. I would be remiss if I didn't bring up. We lost another young kid from the Georgia Bulldogs this morning.
Oh man,
Georgia O lineman Devin Willock and our recruiting staffer were killed this morning in a car crash in Athens today. So
didn't know that.
Definitely condolences go out to his family, the Georgia Bulldog Nation, and everybody in Athens. It's just sad, man. Just sad. After winning a national championship again, I think the kid was a sophomore. Just prayers out to that family, man. All right.
Yeah, no doubt. Condolences to the family.
I was reading. He got to play two snaps in the national championship game, and it was best thing that ever happened because he was able to contribute to to the net. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's just 2 plays, even if you're going out there special teams or whatever you can do to contribute to get out there, that's something we never know about. You know what I'm saying? And then have your life taken away is terrible, man. Like I said, no parent wants to hear anything like that while they're at home getting a phone call and that type of stuff. So like I said, also condolences to the family. I know that's a tough thing to hear that you lost a child. So
yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's go ahead and give our sponsor, our great sponsor, Mr. Alvin Jameson, a quick plug here.
Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you.
and you.
All right, man. Let's start in NFL. The playoffs are underway. And when I tell you, they hit it off in a big fashion yesterday with the 49ers just routing the Seahawks in the second half, man. The first half was what I thought the game would be. I mean, it was a battle of nutrition, man. And the Seahawks fought hard. I mean, they battled. But for me, and what the OG likes to say, the key point in the game where the game was turned around at was Geno Smith's third quarter when they would drive the ball down to actually extend the lead from 17-16. No, I'm sorry. They was down 23-16.
They were trying to get the game closer.
They were trying to actually take the lead again. It was 23-17 because the 49ers had just scored. And they were moving the ball, and then he fumbled the ball, and the route was on from there. For me, that was the turning point in the game. 49ers, man, and Brock Purdy. 4 touchdowns, 332 yards. 4 touchdowns, 332 yards. Just a heck of a game. A heck of a game from Mr. Irrelevant himself.
The last dude in
Last dude, man. This is amazing how confident, how poised he is to be playing significant rep in the playoff. And he doesn't look rattled at all, man. Y'all tell what y'all think about this 49ers team. Is this the best team in the league?
Hey, you know, we talk about barbershop talk. So I was in the barbershop Friday. Of course, with some I went in with my Commander stuff on. So of course there's some Cowboy fans in there. And they were trying to give. I told them that the road to the Super Bowl goes through San Francisco. Oh, no, not with Doc Purdy, not with Doc Purdy. I said, listen, man, all this dude got to do is hand off to McCaffrey, throw it to Debo, and let Debo take it to the high. All he got to do is mainstay, don't turn the ball over, and get the ball to his playmakers.
Yeah.
What's that wide they got? Ayuk.
Mm-hmm.
You got Ayuk, you got Jennings, you got what's the tight end name? Is it Kittle?
Kittle. Yeah, Kittle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean they loaded, man.
Yeah.
You said Kerry Kittle.
I think the for that team when they brought McCaffrey in.
I had a Kerry Kittle, but yeah, go ahead, OG. What's his name? Is it what Kittles is it?
His first name?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Greg, is it Greg Kittles?
Yeah,
They begin with a G.
idea. Yeah, but they're loaded on offense, and then their defense.
Defense ain't bad either.
No.
Defense.
So to answer your question, G, I say right now, the road to the Super Bowl, even though they may have to travel if Philadelphia win, but I still say the Super Bowl goes through San Francisco as it is right now.
Yeah.
My brother say George Kittle.
Kittle, yeah.
I think G said last week or maybe the week before that he wouldn't want to see. I mean, I asked, who he didn't want to see, and I think he was being honest when he said he didn't want to see the Niners. Because I'm thinking he was going to say, possibly Philadelphia, or he said the Niners, and they, to his credit, they look good. They look real good. And I'll say this here, like you saying, it was a second half beatdown, but you got to be able to play all 4 quarters. You got to be able to continue to play the game. Gino, like you said, even with that one mistake, I'm not gonna say that was the. I think, like you said, that was the turning point. But you still, you were still in it at that point. You made a mistake, but you can't have your sail blew out or your balloon popped and have them start, just kind of running away with the stick. You got to play all 4 quarters, man.
Yeah. And just to piggyback on what the OG said, you just hand the ball off to McCaffrey, 15 carries, 119 yards. Throw the ball to Debo, let him do the work. 6 receptions, 133 yards. They weren't bombs. They were, like you said, just get the ball in his hand, and he's going to do the rest. He's going to do the rest. He has a pretty easy system. All you got to do is, like you said, don't turn the ball over. And he's doing a great job of doing that.
So let me get this right. Purdy was their 3rd string quarterback. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay, so then he just pulled him out the waiver wire. He was a 3rd string guy.
He's been with them all year. Yeah.
Okay. So initially he wasn't expected to play.
Practice squad. He their scout team. He's doing all the scout team reps.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mr. Irrelevant. So he hadn't lost. Has he lost yet? Because I think 49
they on the winning streak or 11 game now. Yeah.
Yeah, the last time they lost was to the last time they lost. Look, it was probably embarrassing that we lose no more. We lost to the Falcons.
y'all are the reason they playing so well. Look, take some credit to that. Take some credit.
Right.
So,
thank you.
Yeah. So, but just to go back to what you said about playing 4 quarters, Corey. The game after that, Los Angeles Chargers versus Jacksonville.
Woo!
27-0. 27 zip.
4 interceptions.
4 interceptions in the first half. 5 turnovers in the first half. They had a fumble in
5?
there too. They had 5 turnovers in the first half. 5 turnovers.
That might be the ball game.
Giants gonna take over.
I know G pulling hard for them Giants, boy.
Nah.
Yes, you are. Why?
The Giants. That means the Giants go to Philly.
Well, that's right. They're the lower seed.
Yeah, low seed. Yeah.
Oh, so y'all should happen to win.
Yeah. We go to San Fran, baby. Knock off the big dogs early. I like it.
Don't look ahead, G. Don't look ahead. Come on now.
Yeah, don't look ahead. We got a game before that.
Not to distract you from what you were just saying, but I don't want to take anything from Jacksonville, but I just saw that way. It's probably just stopped them on 4th down, and that's probably it for me. That's the way it is for Minnesota now.
You know what's crazy? So my wife, she was rooting for the Giants also. So she comes down and says, I'm rooting for the Giants. I keep pulling for the Giants. I'm like, for what? And then she goes, because the Vikings didn't deserve it. And I was like, they didn't deserve it. What is that? Because they just keep figuring out how to they just luckily win the game by luck. And I was like, they keep trying. That's not luck. They keep trying to win. And she was like, no, it's more luck than trying. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
Look, everybody keeps saying they were the worst 3 seed or the worst 12-win team in the league or 13-win team in the league. And
Maybe on accident.
Yeah, they've showed a lot of inconsistencies as far as big games. You know, they always say Kirk Cousins doesn't play well in the big games, and that they didn't believe in him, man. And Alvin Jameson, he's calling right now. He never believed in Kirk Cousins, never. And I think that's why he was calling me right now.
But I think we said that they were quietly winning. You know, they were quiet. You know, at the beginning was 7-3 or quiet this, that, and they didn't blow anybody's skirt up, but they would, like you said, they were winning, and we weren't paying attention. You know,
right. So, but back to the Jags. Down 27-0 to a Chargers team who all of a sudden now look here. They were confident. They were definitely confident. And I didn't think they started playing conservative. And what a lot of people are saying, they were conservative, man. They got conservative. They weren't trying to run the ball. It looked like the pressure, they started pressuring Herbert a lot more in that second half. They kind of tweaked some things, in which we've always said is Doug Peterson over there in Jacksonville is a heck of a coach. And the changes that he made at halftime showed to be more than what the coach for the Chargers did at halftime.
What changes did he make though? What they just kept plugging? Because like I said, what changes besides, like you said, them 4 interceptions, which you can't get back, and 5 turnovers? What changes did they just kept plugging? They just kept playing. Because at one point I thought they were going to pull the quarterback. I thought they were going to pull it, but he was sitting there talking to him. You know, he just calmed down a little bit. Man, I don't know. That was amazing. 27-0. I mean, it's not like a la 33-3 and 33-0 with Indianapolis, but that's still a big point margin to come back and win. You know,
that's huge. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. They stopped all that quick pass stuff. So now instead of jumping on that quick pass, he had to hold a little longer, and they started getting to Herbert, man. That front four, they started getting to Herbert in that second half, and like you said, they kept plugging on the offensive side. They cut out all the turnovers, and Trevor Lawrence got hot, man. And in order for a team that's down but that big of a margin, you have to have a big play to get, to cut some of that time out, and they got that from number 7. The big 57-yard touchdown pass. Anytime you score just like that, hey, now I was like, oh wait, but it's but a 14-point game now, and we still in the middle of the third. Look, we got a game.
They made it a game in the third. They did.
Yeah. So, hey, give me your thoughts, man. Corey, man, let's start with you, big dog, man, on that game itself. And I want to ask you too: is the Chargers coach in trouble?
That defensive coordinator. I mean,
the head coach.
They were trying, but they were trying to blame it on. I mean, we already know they got to blame it on somebody when that type of breakdown happens. They want to blame somebody. Now the coach, if he want to save his own ass, the first thing he'll do is get rid of, DQ. I'm sorry, DC or whatever. But I'll be honest with you. So I went out with with a couple of friends, from high school, and I mean we were all looking, okay, look, Chargers killing them, so we stopped paying attention. And then we look up, because they had a TV on. Because I said after all, us just having conversation, just doing whatever. We look up, we like July. He said, "Oh, okay, it's a game." But we were leaving by this time. We were leaving the spot, and then ended up going to another location, and we saw on ESPN that they won. I'm like, well, what happened? So then we you start looking at the highlights on where it kind of spin around or whatever. But it was a good game. It was it was showing us that perseverance. You just don't because I think we had kind of I put my hooked on. I mean, I hooked myself on to the bandwagon for Jacksonville. I think we were doing our picks. I picked Jacksonville. They were hot. Nevertheless, I love it when they show small bits and pieces of when another team starts to break down. When they, you blowing kisses whenever, everybody, you get an interception and they doing this here, they showing you, I'm the man. Next thing you know, then they show you looking up at the score because there's nothing you can do when this dude about to boot it in the end zone,
Right.
So like I said, you got to play all 4 quarters. Can't break it down. So in my opinion, one of the most exciting games, from a comeback standpoint, for 27 down at one point, perseverance, man. Yeah. They kept playing.
OG?
Yeah, I'm kind of like Corey. I kind of stopped watching. Flip back over. Saw Jacksonville had won, but then but I guess the biggest thing is Trevor Lawrence not giving up.
Mm-hmm.
He threw them 4 interceptions. He could have said, "Man, I mean, but he didn't do that." And I think one of the biggest turning points was, I think they scored right there for halftime too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think they kind of gave them a little bit of momentum going into the half.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he came out, I guess maybe talking to the coach or whatever the case may be, he let those 4 interceptions in the first half. Hey, that's gone. I can't do anything about it. Mm-hmm. It's time to move on now. And then his teammate from Clemson helped out too. I think Travis Etienne had over 100 yards rushing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big help also.
That's the boy from Clemson, ain't it?
Yeah, both of them Clemson. Yeah,
that's right. They are both. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's when they talked to him after the game. They said y'all two know each other better than anybody else on the team.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think it's just perseverance. I mean, like I said, they could have said, "Hey, we down, we give it up," but instead they kept nipping, and managed to pull it out.
My wife like to call him Sunshine. Y'all remember the Titans? Sunshine, Ronnie Bad.
Yeah, he does. Now he does get on my nerves now because when they interviewing Trevor Lawrence, he bad about this thing about holding his head down, slacking his hair back. Man, what you doing, man? You being interviewed? You doing the interview?
What's that?
Yeah, do all that after she finished interviewing you, man. Because he got a headband across his front.
Yeah.
He just laying that head down. What are you doing, man? Come on.
I think Etienne had 109 yards on 20 carries. 47 times he threw the ball. Trevor Lawrence, 47 times for 288 yards. 4 touchdowns in the second half, though.
So that let you know they wasn't stopping throwing. Even if he threw forward, listen, keep plugging, keep like I said, keep chugging at it. You be fine.
Yeah. I hear a lot of people saying, like, man, they got to get rid of the coach. The Chargers are the new Falcons now. I think I put out there, like they have they put out a new symbol, emblem.
You put that out. Yeah, I saw that. Ain't wrong for that, man.
That's bullshit too.
It was immediately after the game. That thing was out already.
Why they stick? You put that there, man.
Thank you, OG.
Ain't wrong for that.
Terrible, man. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. It is shade, right? It is shade, and I get it because we're known for blowing a lead or getting to the promised land and not making it. But that's man, that's terrible.
Look,
so I'll be the first one to say this. Then don't take what I own. Don't give it to them just yet. You got to earn this. It takes a while to get to this status.
But let me say this too: the Chargers are good at doing. They good at doing stuff like this, though. Remember last year they had a chance to make the playoffs, and they decided, no, I'm gonna call me a timeout. I'm not gonna go. I ain't gonna let us tie. I ain't gonna let us tie. Yeah,
the Raiders, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna let us tie. I'm gonna call a timeout so I get the ball back. Yeah.
So they're 10-8 and they made it to the playoff. But you think they're gonna fire the coach?
This is what they're saying. This is what they're saying. They're saying that with the amount of talent that he has over there, that he's been having over there, he's not getting the most out of all those players.
For half the year, he was out. Both his receivers, both of the top receivers, was out half the year.
Williams, and he ended up having a back. I think they said.
He didn't play last night.
No,
yeah,
because he played him last week when they didn't have nothing to play for.
Right, and then he ended up having back, cracking his back on vertebrae.
He hurt last week playing in a meaningless game.
Oh, that's how he got that injury?
Yeah, he got hurt last week. That's what they're saying. So, like, his decision making is not been up to par. And this, he had a good season this year, but he hasn't had a good season any other year.
So check me out. I also had a situation on Friday at the barbershop, and we got to get back to this barbershop situation, G, as far as, the crew and you in the bar, because they asked me about it. Because let me tell you how this started. So your coach came up 12-5, and they, the question came up if he loses, because I ain't gonna lie, my barber is a avid, rabid, crazy cowboy fan, right? So he comes up and says if they lose on Friday, he need to be out of there. And I'm like this: you don't fire a 12-5 coach. Nevertheless, we're having this conversation with a Chargers coach that got to the playoffs with that. What is the record now? 10?
10-8.
10. Yeah, he went in at 10-7. Yeah, 10-7.
So that's my question now to you is, because like I said, big shout out to Dane, because like I said, he was saying that his, y'all need to let him go if that happens. I'm like, you don't. This is my take on it. You don't fire a 12-5 coach with this type of pedigree. And then he also said that Dak Prescott needs to go if that situation happens. Get rid of both of them. And I'm like, I asked him, I said, why is that? Because of our expectations. That's not cowboy way. That's not the way. Now he's Jamaican. That's not how the Cowboys play. I said, wait a minute. Where have we come as an NFL or as a league where a 10 and whatever team or a 12-5 team considers firing a coach? Right? You make it to the playoffs. You make it to the wild card. You get fired because of your decision making, but then come down to NFC. And we got teams like myself struggling to get 8-8, struggling to get 7 wins, and we're keeping a coach. You know what I'm saying? Where are we with this? Where has the league gone where that type of situation happened when you get a winning season outside of Pittsburgh, and your job is up for grabs, or your job is the integrity of your job has to be discussed.
So let me tell you where I think it's coming from, and it's these fans and these media excerpts. This is what they do. They lump in. So it's been 27 years since the Cowboys been to the Super Bowl. So they lump in all those years into this coach and make it like it's his fault that they haven't won. And even though he's had, like you said, he's had winning seasons with them, but because they haven't won since 1995, now, oh, well, we have to do something because we haven't won. It's not Mike McCarthy's fault that they ain't won since 1995. It's not this coach in Los Angeles, the Chargers. It's not his fault that they ain't won since 88. So, but what the fan base is doing is, oh man, we ain't won in this long, and now he ain't winning. So they putting all them losses on this one coach. They putting all them losses on Dak Prescott. Oh, we ain't been successful in the playoffs since 1997. We ain't won. That's not on Dak Prescott. Why is he being held accountable for what happened back then? So that's what it is, man. And it's not fair. You have to live for what you're doing right now, and that's that. And I think that's what teams that haven't won. I think that's what they do. They live for right now. Hey, we were better than we were last year, so I'm happy.
So that I'm clear, then, because like I said, I made this example, like I said, that I went through, and I brought it to you. So that I'm clear, because I ain't saying though 12-5 is different from 10-8 or 10-7, whatever it is. Should this coach be, should his job be on the chopping block? In your case, in your opinion,
I don't think so. I'm just telling you what the talking heads on Twitter, and so I'm just telling you what they're saying. Like,
okay,
he got to go. Okay. But it's
so
OG.
So I wonder with the talking heads on Twitter, if the Ravens lose tonight, they will also be 10-8. So will the talk be the same for that coach?
No,
Harbaugh.
I think because they've won in the 2000s. They won twice. Yeah, I mean, so they've been there. They don't have this long drought like the Chargers, like the Cowboys, like
they're still relevant. They're still relevant.
Like the Lions, like they haven't been like. That's why the Lions go through coaches so much. Like, oh man, we ain't won nothing. Let's get rid of man. Y'all don't never win.
I know you still ain't won.
Like, come on. So it's horrible. I think I saw a stat where they fired what's the coach? The black coach for Detroit. He was 9-7.
And it's the same record as the current coach now. The guy that was at Indianapolis, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
Same record. It might even, I think Buddy might even have a worse record. I think he's 9-8. Yeah, and he's being praised as a great coach, and this guy was not a good enough coach to win anything.
Right, and they only had him there 2 seasons.
Yeah, right.
Jim Caldwell.
Yes, Jim Caldwell. Yeah, Caldwell. Yeah, Caldwell. Ronnie says most Cowboy fans expect to go to the Super Bowl every year. And this is look, when we start the season, your goal is to try to make the Super Bowl. And I don't know why y'all act like nobody's goal is not to make the Super Bowl. That's your goal when you start the season. That's a goal. You don't play to make the playoffs. Playoffs? No, you well. OG, do you when your team puts out their team for the beginning of the season, what's their goal?
The goal is to win, but sometimes you have to realize that you don't have what it takes to get to the Super Bowl. And I go ahead and say, I know we didn't. But Cowboy fans,
you think I was going 13-4. At 13-4,
I know
that's a good chance to go to the Super Bowl.
That's a Super Bowl prediction.
Yeah, that's Super Bowl.
Okay, so right now,
I want you to be real, OG. Don't.
Whoa, hold on. So So you gonna tell me that there's never been a situation where a 13-4, a team that won 13 games didn't get to the Super Bowl?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm
Okay,
saying you
then.
have a chance. But when you're 13-4, that means you have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. That's
You got a chance. You got a chance, but
Yeah.
but in reality, the thing about Cowboy fans is, regardless of how you, like I say, I tell you this every time I've been on this podcast, your team always look good on paper, but when it comes down to it, they don't show up in the clutch.
That ain't
But
that ain't what we're talking about.
I know. I say what now?
That's not what we're talking about, though, OG.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the expectations of what a 13-4 team would,
No. That everybody had 13-4 didn't come up. The his question was is that the fact that every year that
allow me to finish for him because obviously
no. I said the expectation was that every year Dallas expects to go to the Super Bowl, regardless of what the record is. That's what the question was.
okay, and at the same time, a 13-4, that's the same expectation. You can't holler at 13-4 and say, "Hey, we're gonna have a good season at 13-4." Hell no, that's Super Bowl expectation right there.
Yeah,
You don't. When you holler,
and everybody know I put that out there, but I know it wasn't gonna be legit. I just put that there just to cause some controversy.
no, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna let you off the hook. No, you didn't. Shit, no, you didn't. OG, you were confident in that 13-4. Were you?
How you gonna tell me what I am?
We was on the show with you. And
You can't tell me what I am, though.
Oh, so you're not confident now?
Come see, come saw.
Oh my Lord! Don't do that. Don't you do that, OG. we are not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? You stood by your word, and then I walked with you. And I was like, you know what, OG, you might make it. I think a couple of them shows, I was like, you know, they looking good. You like this? Just watch what I do. Watch what happens.
Put it this way. We had some situation where we could have won some games and we didn't win some games. Then we had some dumb coaching that cost us some games. So yeah, we could have made it, but the thing is, still going back to what I said. Every year, I don't say, do I say 13-4 every year? No, I don't. But on the flip side of that, up here to my left, every single year, his team going to the Super Bowl.
And we understand that. Now let's be clear. Let's be honest with this. G has always done the same thing. He's been consistent. What we're talking about now is when, like I said, with me, I think my mind was 8. I think I wanted 8 wins. I got 7, but at the same time, you were like, "Will you make the playoffs?" I said, "It's doable." I kept saying it's doable, but when I hollered out 8 and 9, I want to get there. It's a doable season. We can make it. You, on the other hand, you hollered out, "Oh, hey, listen, you know, y'all gonna have to see us 13-4, baby." You know, and you were confident at the beginning of the season, right? You know,
Your team.
my team what?
Your team saw us.
Yeah, trust me, we were part of that. You know what I'm saying? We did. But what I'm saying to you is, when you holler at 13-4, to me, that's a winning season above a regular season. That why not say that I'm going to the Super Bowl? Or why not say I'm going to compete? You know, for my division title. You know, when you holler at them type of numbers, you bringing bread with you.
Carlos said it right here. Regardless of whatever team it is, from the sorry team at the start of training camp, the goal is to make it to the Super Bowl. Teams may not make it, but that's what they're playing for. Teams do not come in there and say, "Hey, man, I'm just playing to get 5 wins." They don't do that. These coaches are playing to win to make the Super Bowl. That's their only goal. That's the only goal.
Okay. G. So go ahead, Corey. I'm sorry.
Okay, coming from a team that struggles with making that happen, right? Okay, so we got to look at Super Bowl factories or Super Bowl, you know, the teams that have aspirations on making it to the Super Bowl. Of course, we play to win the game. Of course, we play to try to make it there. But then you have some teams that have to be realistic about the talent that they have and with, you know, and the rosters that they have. You know what you drafted. You know what you have on that team. To say that you're gonna win a Super Bowl, a lot of times the odds are staggering. So
Right.
who
Not,
knows?
not to win, but your goal in the beginning of the season. So let's just do this. Let's go through the teams.
Mhm.
All right, and let's see. Do you think their goal in the beginning of the season was to make it to the Super Bowl? Or
No. You got to do the teams. Use my team.
Okay. All right. Let's start.
I
Let's
understand
start
why
with,
we're doing this.
huh?
I understand why we're doing this.
What you mean?
Let's
Understand.
let's start with all right. Atlanta. Do you think they came to the season thinking, hey man, our goal is to make the Super Bowl?
All right, so let's do that. Remember at the beginning of the season, what you tell me? Your expectations were 2 wins. Ain't that what you told me?
Yeah.
ESPN project or whatever the predictions are, Atlanta 2 wins. Y'all laughed, and I was like, man, listen, I can't go with 2. You know, so when like I said, when the experts out there, everybody sitting there talking about, Atlanta, we were the laughing stock. We were the last team. We were on the bottom. So when a coach comes in there, of course, what he wants to go is, I'm not going to be 2 wins, but I got to be realistic with Marcus Mariota. I got a rookie running back here. I got an aging 84 Patterson, but the talent that I have versus, let's say, a Cowboys. We
ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. Don't talk about Cowboys out there yet.
But what I have on my roster, I gotta be realistic. Yes, we want to come out there and compete, but as a coach, what the first thing you go is, if you don't want to lose your job, you ain't finna come out that first press conference and go, hey, I think we got a Super Bowl winning team here. Okay. You will lose your job. So you go out there and say, we're gonna play well, and I expect, I expect way better than 2 wins per what these experts are saying out there.
This is a great question. Carlos said, the year the Falcons went to the Super Bowl in 2016, did you expect that they was going to make it?
I ain't gonna lie to you, cuz.
Beginning of the season.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Why?
What do you mean? Why?
It's the beginning of the season. Why are we expecting that team to make the Super Bowl?
At that time, we had a gangster. We had a gangster lineup. You know what I'm saying? The year before that, we had
right. So you expected it.
I'm saying because of the lineup that we had. Because the year before that, we won 10 games. We were decent that year. Like you said, Matt Ryan, MVP. 5,000 yards. Julio was at the top of his game. We had a fairly decent roster. So when it came up, and then when we saw the schedule, I ain't gonna lie, ask Bobby, and I think Bobby did this. Bobby had took off the day, like I think he put in for the Super Bowl. He took a day. He took that day.
All right.
I was like, yeah, he took it already. We look good, so we were actually in a decent position at the time. So that I expect us to be in the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna say Super Bowl, but
have a good season.
I expected to have a great season.
Yeah, expect to have a great season with aspirations of going to the Super Bowl.
Yes, that year.
Yeah, because you think you have a good team, right?
Yeah.
So when I think we have a good team, am I not supposed to think, hey, we have Super Bowl aspirations?
But I think what OG said when he do that, you've never said that y'all don't have a good team though. Have you ever done that?
Right. Yes.
When?
You done that?
We've been 3-13. We've been 1-15.
No.
Look. So,
ever since I've known you, I never heard you say it.
Well, we haven't been bad. I'm just saying. Look, so even
but you haven't won the Super Bowl either.
No, we haven't. It's not easy to win a Super Bowl, OG. It ain't easy.
My point about this is,
but
we're having this conversation at the end of the season. We should have been having this conversation at the beginning of the season.
Look, well, I mean, we did. We gave our records, and mine was
no. I'm talking about you started trying to go over all the teams.
Oh, because I'm just saying. All right, so Kansas City, then they got Super Bowl aspirations. Let me get a season. How about Las Vegas when the season started? You think they had Super Bowl aspirations?
The Raiders?
Raiders. The Raiders.
In the AFC? I don't know about the Raiders, but they have, they brought in a heavy hitter, to give them because they ended up doing worse than they did last year. We thought that they were going to do.
No. In the beginning of the season, we didn't know none of this stuff. Yeah. So do you not think they didn't think they was going to rival with Kansas City for the? I mean, if we go back to it, I think somebody actually picked the Raiders to win the division, but.
So do we think that Houston, Texas thought they was going to the Super Bowl?
No, they probably didn't.
Right. You bring in Lovey. Yeah.
But you said every team.
No.
No, that was Carlos said that.
So look,
I think G agreed with him though.
Yeah.
See, but see, so James Lidjar said aspirations and reality are different. Yeah, aspirations are what starts it. The reality comes at the end of the season. But your aspirations, you dream high. Like that's what all of them do. Don't tell me you don't go. You shoot for the stars and hope you land on the moon. Like that's what you do.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you something about Cowboy fans. At least the Cowboy fans that I know, and all the Cowboy fans I've ever come in contact with. They are the type that can ish it out while they winning. But when they lose,
I don't know any Cowboy fan like that. I don't know any Cowboy fan like that.
When they lose, it's like it's Groundhog Day.
Matter of fact, I know one, and I just found out.
Looking at the
mirror. I know one who's like that. And his name is what's the boy? Tim. Tim. They say he be talking so much trash, and then when the Cowboys lose, he don't come to work for 3 days. But that's the only one I know of. All the rest of them, they come out there and tell you.
Are you serious right now? Are you serious?
No, wait a minute. Are you saying I can diss it out, but I can't take it?
No, I'm saying
that was what OG just said.
Oh, he said?
That's what he said. What are you talking about, Corey?
I'm just saying when y'all ain't in it, when you losing this, you said I don't know no Cowboy fan that can't accept the losing, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that doesn't take the heat when they losing. Yeah.
No, not take the heat when you losing. Just lose. You know how do you take losing?
Oh no, I don't like losing. No,
right. Okay.
Who does? Wait a minute. Who does?
I'm a gracious loser. I know who it is. Know what's happening.
The OG don't like losing.
Yeah, he don't like losing.
No, nobody likes to lose. I think yeah. I don't understand why y'all think that's shoot. The goal, like Corey said, like Carlos said, the goal is to make it to the chip, man. But let me go back through these teams some more. You think Tennessee had aspirations? No. How about Cincinnati?
Yes.
How about Baltimore?
Yes. I would say yes.
How about Tampa Bay?
Yes.
How about Buffalo?
Yes.
How about Minnesota?
I'm gonna put them an asterisk, maybe.
Maybe. All right. How about Miami?
I'm gonna say yes because they made a lot of moves, to do so. Yes.
I agree with you. How about Cleveland?
My wife would say yes.
Okay.
No. Sorry.
How about the Chargers? The Chargers.
Yes and no's, because they have playmakers. Yeah.
No.
The ones that put the money out there for playmakers, they got when they did the move to get Alex Mack. I'm sorry,
Lil Mack.
Yeah. It's like when you make certain moves, to get a guy, because you're trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
So I say yes.
Denver Broncos.
Yes, but it just didn't work out right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. How about the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yes.
There's a lot of teams that got aspirations.
Right.
But they got aspirations because of what?
Because of the moves that they've made, because of the right
team. They got a good team. Lowe says, if I'm an owner of a team, I'm not paying you on a maybe. I want to go to the Super Bowl. You're going to be looking for a job. You're messing with him.
Say what he say? I'm owner of a team. I'm not paying you.
on a maybe.
Yeah.
I want to.
Okay.
Same thing about maybe.
That's what you saying about the rest of these teams. They like, well, we might not make it ever, but
I wanted to win that 1.35 billion too.
yeah.
Has anybody won it yet?
Yeah, somebody won it.
In Maine.
Yeah, somebody won it.
Man, you finna get more lobsters.
So, some of us fans know how to believe in our team. Corey don't know how to fan. Yes, Atlanta fans don't know how to fan, dog. They are in too much misery, dog.
In the beginning of the season.
We talked about this.
All right, in the beginning of the season. Like fans like myself who look into this. All right, at the beginning of the season, let's go from YouTube.
We ought to go
outside of, let's say, Marcus Mariota and Pitts. How many players did you know on my team?
I knew
not very many.
I knew the guy. I knew the other guy that got drafted. What's the receiver name?
The other guy. You just know him as the other guy, right?
Yeah, the guy that got drafted, the receiver.
Right. You got drafted. Who? What's his name?
But Corey, if I ask you the same question, you gonna do the same thing.
I'm saying no. I like okay. Say you guys have and let me. I ain't throwing no shade. You know, there are teams that you put in a certain box, right? Now, until this season, you know, with Heineke, y'all had this quarterback carousel. Y'all made some headlines with signing Wentz. Y'all were trying to get out there and make some things happen with your playmakers. Your defensive guys, y'all were strong last year. Y'all made some moves. You never hear Atlanta, Atlanta just picked up, super duper wide out, or we just traded for somebody. We don't do that. I try to be realistic in the teams that I have. When I was looking at my roster this year, we
Drake London. It just popped in me.
London just came in your head. Okay, good. That's what I'm saying. It took a minute, but like I said, I'm saying like with your team, I can pop off, some guys that are supposed to be playmakers. We're pulling guys off the trash heap, waiver wire, somebody that had a career 7 years ago, trying to make him a star this year. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that, y'all, we have yet now. I ain't gonna lie to you, we have a lot more money now because we got rid of Julio, we got rid of Matt, we got rid of a few guys that were boat anchors on our roster money bonuses, you know what I'm saying? Or they just put us below the cap. This year, we just hope that you spend it right. We hope that, that they do the right thing. But for the past couple of years, those boat anchors have given us no reason to get anybody. We had nobody. Now, okay, I'm on silent the whole game. I can't get excited because I know what happens here. I try to be serious. I try to be real. Y'all be giving me shit about being realistic about my squad. But I told y'all I needed 7 to 8 wins, and I got that. And I'm glad that we did. But I can't come out there and not be realistic on the squad that we have. There's some teams that you don't know who's on their roster because management have done us wrong as fans. Then the players that they bring in are older. Patterson, we turn them around. What you got your hand up for? What do you need, son? Look, I'm teaching back here. What do you want? I'm still teaching. Galen, what do you want? Look, come on, I'm at the chalkboard and you got a question. I ain't finished. What do you need, son?
So you be at the games and don't be cheering, dog. When they say boys, you don't be saying nothing.
Yes, I'd say something, but I cheer, but I cheer with a realistic expectation.
Kanisha don't put him out there.
Yeah, my wife got no shit right there, so she'll go. It's the thing saying make noise. I know, but we've seen what happened this year, right? We making noise and then we, oh Lord. What do you want?
Uh-oh.
He says nothing. He says absolutely nothing.
I speak at the end of the game.
The quarterbacks can whisper the play calls. and it's fine. They'll be able to hear because they're silent. No one to say, now they'll swag surf. They're going to dance to what the DJ playing, but they're not participating. They don't realize that as fans, they're a part of the game, and they have a role to play. They're just silent. They're silent.
We're not silent. We're realistic.
Silent.
They win.
And who like
cheering? That's when they jump up.
Get out.
I think they just be praying or something. I don't know what they be doing. They don't be participating in the game. That's certain.
This is my look.
Yes, the whole game. That's what he does.
Yes, and then it's
it's horrible. They suck as fans. They really do. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for the Falcons.
Thank you. You paid for it. You paid for it.
Their fans are awful.
You paid for it then, and don't read up on it again. We're gonna do the same thing next year, and I'm gonna do the same thing.
You're gonna have more next year, Corey.
Every game, you can hear the opposing team's fans so much louder than the Falcons fans because they are silent.
We're not silent.
It's like you're at the ballet.
Shut up. No, we don't. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, no.
We're scared. We're scared. What are we supposed to do? Because when we do cheer, somebody going to make a dumb mistake and we're going to lose and then we look foolish. I'm sitting right next to a Steeler fan. Or I'm sitting next to a Cowboy fan that don't need. Why you at the game? Why is a Lamb jersey sitting next to me?
So what about the 49er game? What about the 49er game, Corey?
Huh?
What about the 49er game?
We beat 49ers.
Right. So were y'all cheering in?
I was cheering.
After the game.
Yes, after the game. I don't know how. Okay, listen. Well, help me.
They need you during the game. That's the whole experience.
It is.
Here for them.
I am cheering, but I'm not screaming.
No, you're not cheering either. You're not cheering. This right here. That's not cheering. That's not cheering.
I'm here for you. I'm here, but then at the same time,
because they don't hear you.
They don't have to hear me. I'm not. Hey man, I ain't no holler, I ain't screaming, ain't no woman. What's wrong with you? I'm a grown man.
No, as the media.
Look, I do. I do that.
That's what you do.
Then I go. Look, you gonna hit me when they fumble. God damn it!
So Corey, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to a University of Georgia game?
Yes.
So how did you react to that game?
First of all, at Sanford Stadium, I don't listen. A lot great white people there that's gonna scream and holler the whole game.
No, we talking about you. We talking about you.
Huh?
How did you act at that game?
Honestly, okay. So the last time I was at Sanford Stadium, we played Southern, and the kicker put the dude in damn near hospice care. You know what I'm saying? So we were silent the whole game because it happened in the first.
You going for Southern though?
Huh?
You going for Southern?
Hold on. Say again.
You was going for Southern?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he means like when you're. Have you been when you was going for the Bulldogs?
Right.
Yeah.
And so how did you? What was your atmosphere in that situation like?
And that was a long time ago. That was when Champ Bailey was there. You know what I'm saying? So it was a while ago. But at the same time, that was a long time ago. Yeah, we were hollering, we were screaming and stuff. You know, just yeah.
So you should do the same thing at the Falcons game.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. How long ago since Champ Bailey? That was 20 years.
It's been quite some time.
And I had the enthusiasm then. You know, hey, you know.
So first you go to the Falcons game, you had the same kind of enthusiasm. Win, lose, or draw, Corey. Win, lose, or draw.
Win, lose, or draw. You can't only cheer when they win it, Corey.
Listen. No. Don't keep it. Don't get it.
That's the problem I have with Falcon fans.
Don't listen to my wife.
They're front runners. No, it's not just you. It's a lot of them. They're front runners. When they're winning, they loud. They everywhere. They all on the bus. Look, when they winning. Like
I'm saying, I'm not a jump up screamer. I'm sitting there cheering. I don't get up and holler and scream and stuff. And maybe it's in my section. You know, 'cause when my section where you can have a conversation. As James, he sat over there, but at the same time, I feel like I can't sit there and scream and put myself at a hear all the game only to be let down or for my bubble to be burst.
I remember when y'all went to the Super Bowl both times. This city would not shut up. They would not shut up. Like, I mean, on the radio, on the buses, it was, oh man, Falcons, rise up, rise. Look, nobody's team mattered. Even when you came in the stadium, y'all them other team weren't coming in there and running that stuff. Y'all was running the stadium. But when y'all fell off, nobody showed up. And that's the problem. That's why I say y'all front runners. When y'all win, that's how y'all do that with the Hawks. When the Hawks went to the playoffs and made their run, oh man, they was in there, killing it. Now they ain't playing well. Now other teams, fans coming there, like when the Lakers came, took over the stadium.
Lakers fans?
Yeah, took over the stadium. But
it's state we live in. What do you want me to do? You don't like it? You don't like it? Go back to California with all that. You know what I'm saying? Go golf somewhere. What's wrong with you? You know? Go ahead with all that, man.
Corey say this is the way you're gonna be. If you don't like it, go somewhere else.
Yeah, you from California. You don't understand what we do over here, man. You know, go back on to your dangerous neighborhoods. You know, they go back to East Oakland or whatever you came from. Don't do me like that. You and my wife too. She can go back to Cleveland and all that. Nobody care what y'all talking about. Get out of here.
That was all the left hand front running, dog.
Oh boy.
Hey, congratulations. He said Cowboy fans can't talk about people. I'm sorry. One thing we gonna do, we gonna yell, we gonna do all that stuff. And we gonna travel to where we gotta go. Yeah, we gonna show up.
Them boys come out of garbage cans.
Yeah, everywhere. And we don't go into hiding when we doing bad either. So you gonna
say it again?
When you see a Cowboy fan, you know he's a Cowboy fan.
And what you say about hiding?
They don't go into hiding. I said they don't go into hiding.
I heard what you said.
I thought y'all were froze. Y'all was froze.
I was froze by that statement, but that's good.
Facts.
They go into hiding?
No, they just cry like babies.
Ain't your cousin or something here Cowboys fan too?
Yeah.
He going to hiding?
Boy.
Can't talk to him on the phone.
I know Stanley Moss going to hiding. I know Stanley Moss.
When they winning, you call his house Cowboy Central.
Yeah.
When they lose, phone just ring. Or his wife answers the phone. Can't find it. He outside, so where to be found?
I always pick up the phone.
Yeah. All right, man. But congratulations to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They move on to the next round. The Buffalo Bills had a scare by the Miami Dolphins, man. The Miami Dolphins gave them all they can handle. I'm gonna say I was impressed with what the coach did.
Miami Dolphins? Who? Oh, were you?
Yeah, I was impressed with them being able. I didn't think it was going to be a close game, but on the same hand, I think he kind of messed them up too, because I think he wasn't getting them plays in fast enough.
Coordinator.
Yeah, the court. Well, he's the offensive coordinator too. Like he calls the plays.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, and he was late with a ton of plays, man. A ton of plays. I think they used all three of their timeouts with like 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Yeah, and then on top of that, they was getting delayed games still.
I saw I kept saying the delayed games. They couldn't get the playoff in time. I thought that was all out of the rookie quarterback.
he was waiting on him to get the call. He was sitting there like,
Yeah, I'm looking at his stats though. He was 18 for 45.
yeah.
Now check this out though. Them guys were dropping passes because in the first half, I don't know if they were throwing it into the sun, but it was like they were dropping so much, and boom. It was like in the beginning in that first quarter, I think he was like he threw for 18 times, but like 8 of them they dropped. It was something crazy, like a crazy stat. They were dropping everything, bro. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
So one of the commentators said that he was throwing into the sun, but I don't. That don't. Some of them they wouldn't. And then they wasn't caring. It looked like they didn't care. So.
Who said it was throwing in the sun? Who said that?
Like I forget. I guess they were making that comment like maybe they're throwing it into the sun, or they're looking into the sun and they don't know that ball coming.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that.
He said it wasn't that. Man said it wasn't the sun.
They try to make some excuses. They didn't show up for their boy, man. That Miami defense played well. They got him a touchdown.
You say he threw 48 times?
Let me see.
45 times.
45.
220 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
You throw just 200 yards, but you throw 45 times.
Yeah.
But still, I was really surprised. Like I said, I didn't see much of it because I was out there working on staying my deck. But when I kept looking at the score, and I saw they was down 17, and then I said, "Oh boy, here we go." The next thing, a while later, I check it, it's 24-20. I said, "Whoa, what happened?"
You stay in your own deck?
Yeah, I did today.
Pump sprayer or you rolling?
Sprayer.
Yeah. So the offense defense played well. They played one of their better games today. Then they forced 3 turnovers or 4 turnovers from Josh Allen. They gave him a chance, man. They gave him a chance.
Hey, since you bring up Josh Allen, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Because that's your whole game, but I did go back and watch a little bit of it. Because in our chat, y'all was talking about, I think it was the interception. When Josh Allen threw an interception, and the guy ran it back a good little ways, then they had a scuffle jump out because Wilkins, I guess he just touched Josh Allen, and then he tried to hold him off, and then Josh Allen came at him. So Wilkins said, "Okay, you were coming at me like that, so I'm coming back at you." And then the melee broke out. Right. And it's 5 or 6 players on top of Wilkins, shoving his head and everything, and they give call a personal foul on him. What the word?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Allen was just standing there though, and I get you got your assignment to kind of. He wasn't finna go make a play. He wasn't finna go make a block. Yeah, he was.
No, all he did was this. All he did was block him off. That's all he was doing.
That's what I said. But why put your hand on me? I'm not finna go make the play. I'm the quarterback.
But my thing is,
there's a chance that he can go in there and try to push him out of bounds or something. So he didn't even try to push.
Now he pushed him.
His arm guarding him.
Now he pushed him.
Yeah, he pushed him. But he barely touched him at first. And then he was he was arm guarding. And then when he arm guarding, that's where Allen came and shoved him.
Quarterback, don't tell he ain't finna make the play. Don't tell my QB. That's
my thing is
you gonna pick up all this going on. You pick up 14. Come on, man.
But my thing is, why would Allen even be over there like he gonna do something? They were saying he was just upset because he threw that interception.
But most of the time, the quarterback they gonna walk towards that play where if the interception coming, they gonna they want to walk. They ain't finna go over there and But don't push me. I ain't don't. That's the assignment that you gonna take. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have felt some kind of way too. Like, man, move, don't hit my quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. I feel different.
How many times have you seen a quarterback stop somebody from scoring a touchdown right there?
Not many.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Several times. What guy?
even in the Jacksonville game, Trevor Lawrence, he put his head in there, tried to stop the man.
Yeah, they go and try to stop him. You gonna try to stop him, man. I mean,
Trevor Lawrence did it because that was his 4th interception. He's like, I can't get it. I got to do something. I got to turn defense because I keep giving away points.
But yeah, Wilkins, there's no way Wilkins should have got a personal foul for that.
No.
Like even what he did to, if they're saying what he did to Josh Allen, that's not a personal foul because
I thought the personal foul came because somebody helmet. I think he took somebody's helmet off.
oh, they grabbed his helmet.
They grabbed him.
That was
It was about 5 of them. It about 5 of them on top of him.
yeah, but
Yeah, my man grabbed his helmet and wouldn't give it back.
He won't give it back. The same one who jumped on him.
Yeah.
Like, he came and dove on there
Yeah.
on top of number 73, dove on top of Wilkins, who already had 2 other players on top of him.
Yeah.
And then he came up with his helmet. And then they gave Wilkins a personal foul. How you get a personal foul? You get jumped.
I mean, that what you get. Get your hand with get personal foul.
Give him a personal foul for getting jumped, man. I didn't
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
I
crazy.
agree with that.
Cincinnati on the route is on, fellas.
Holding. Why you say that? Holding.
Oh, hold it.
Yeah.
Big time. Holding number 4. Whoever number 4 is, watch this.
And look, you can't say that after what we've been seeing this weekend.
You're right.
So yeah, the Bills move on, man. I don't think they thought it was gonna be a game that tough. But they move on, man. So congratulations to the 49ers, Jaguars, and Bills. Now let's move on to this game that just finished up, the Giants and the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey, quick question. So who would Kansas City play now? The winner of this game?
Kansas.
Whoever
I guess it depends on who lose.
Whoever lower seed is.
Okay.
Yeah.
The loser of Baltimore and Cincinnati, or the loser of
it'd be Kansas. If Cincinnati win, it'd be Cincinnati at Kansas City.
I thought Cincinnati was number 3.
They're number 3. So they're the
So Jacksonville go to Kansas City.
Oh, Jacksonville go to Kansas City. Yeah, Jacksonville.
So Atlanta, we're gonna be hosting the AFC Championship game.
If Buffalo and Cincinnati play, right? Or Kansas City play, right?
I'm just saying who's coming. I mean, like Atlanta, we hosting the championship game. Because they moved
only if Buffalo and Kansas City are in it.
To the
I thought Cincinnati was in that mix too.
Only if Buffalo and Kansas City. That's the only way they're gonna move it.
Oh, so Cincinnati is involved in it.
We've been chosen as the neutral site, but you saying
only for them 2 teams, Buffalo and Kansas City.
Buffalo and Kansas City make it to the AFC Championship game. It'll be in Atlanta.
Okay, so they got to win.
I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know they chose the site. Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be here. Gonna be here.
So it's gonna be here, but you said only if those 2 teams make it.
So
yeah, because Buffalo didn't have a chance to try to tie Kansas City.
Okay. All right.
Right. Yeah. So Jacksonville being Kansas City, I think the chances of Cincinnati losing to Baltimore are slim, but that's just what I think. I don't, they defense playing tough, I guess, but the Giants and Vikings, man, the Minnesota Vikings at home, the best receiver in the league. I believe they were 8-1 this season at home. A team like the New York Giants, who kind of backed into the playoffs, come there, man, and knock them off. 31-24 at home.
I got a surprise player. I guess I've been kind of sleeping on whatever. Daniel Jones. Like I said, he don't make a whole lot of noise, but at the same time, he did his job. I think they say he had 7 rushes for 60 yards, but he converted 4 first downs. With his legs.
Hold on, 17 rushes for 8 yards.
78 yards.
Huh?
Yeah, 17 rushes.
17. 78.
Okay.
He led the team. He led the team in rushing.
Yeah.
He had more rushing yards than Saquon?
Saquon had 53.
Okay, well, then we give him a little bit more credit then. more yards.
He also passed for what 301 yards.
So these maybe first down stats.
300.
But I'm saying, okay, so man, I'm slipping on that dude. Nice. So yeah, man, I didn't pick him. I thought,
You actually did.
I picked him, right? So I picked him, and I thought they were gonna win. So I changed all my statements. I knew that Daniel was gonna do all that. They what I did? I picked him. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you was the lone wolf in that one, man. You was the lone wolf.
Are you sure?
I mean, that's what I got wrote down right here.
I went lone wolf and I picked our sponsors team. Did I do that? Are y'all listening to me? Did I say that?
So you don't want to pick the Giants, huh?
I picked Minnesota.
Did you? I had to go back and look at.
Okay, he picked Minnesota.
Listen again.
Roll with him. He picked Minnesota. Roll with him.
Go with.
I'm saying, does anybody remember why I picked the Giants? Why did I go by myself? I don't do that. I don't know if I'm going by myself. Did I do that?
I don't know, man.
I believe you said something about Saquon Barkley having a good game.
I thought because they sat him, I thought he was gonna have a good game, but
yeah.
Okay, that's why I sound like me. I said it. Okay.
But let me say, man, like Daniel Jones had a hell of a game.
Yeah.
I mean, he only had 11 incompletions. Like you said, no turnovers, 2 touchdowns, and he was anything. They clearly did not watch any film over this past week. The Minnesota Vikings
about Daniel Jones.
Yeah, because you let this man run 17 times on you. Like he has the ability to run, and 17 times. Yeah.
So
that
I'm gonna do this here so I don't forget. My man Deuce Shelley. I went to school with both of his parents, Kamika Rutledge Shelley and his father. They said they both went to McNair, and big shout out to him. I think he just got traded to Minnesota this year, number 20 DB on the Minnesota Vikings. Deuce Shelley. So he had a decent game. Real square. But at the same time, congratulations. I'm watching your career with with a lot of interest. I'm hoping that he does well. I'm hoping that he continues to do well. I think he's been moved around a couple of times. I think he was on the Bears squad and one or two other places. But continue to plug at it, man. Continue to do well. Continue to play your heart out, and let's hope that your NFL career continues to blossom. So congratulations again to Deuce Shelley, number 20 for the Vikings.
Okay. Awesome, man. Awesome. So hey, Giants, man. So the Giants have it's already said. Giants are going to Philly.
Yeah, they're going to Philly. Yeah.
They're the low seed left, so they're going to Philly.
Philly had a bye week.
This game all night. Yeah, they got a bye week. This will be the third time playing.
Have you softened about Jalen any? Oh, there you go. I was saying, is this when he doing that?
No, he wasn't doing it that time.
Okay.
This is their third time playing, and this time, both teams will have both of their pieces.
So you didn't hear my question?
No, you had a question.
Have your stance softened on Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback.
What are you saying, G?
It's a good quarterback.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So 3 weeks ago, you said they can't win without the offensive tackle.
He's supposed to be back.
But you said they can't win without the offensive tackle. That's what you said 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What did you and Brandon Buchanan say?
Right.
Well, who's the real MVP of that team?
The real MVP of that team is Jalen Hurts now. I had to eat crow last week. And I came on the show and I said I was eating crow, but the OG said he wasn't accepting it.
I just wanted to make have you soften a little bit, but I respect it. I ain't gonna beat you up on it. I respect it.
I will. I beat him up.
He said, "I will."
That dude gonna sit here and talk about the offensive tackle, the MVP of the team.
Jalen
Hurts like they're playing like he playing. Man, I'm not accepting that apology.
Him and Brandon Buchanan had their guy. They had whatever the dude man.
That was a direct insult, man.
Amy Johnson.
And that's him. Okay. Yeah, you and BB with Johnson.
So
who that dude was? Who?
So the Cowboys got the Bucks tomorrow, man, and the Bucks have been talking a whole lot of smack. They've been putting it out there, and you know, I understand. You know, Tom Brady 7-0 against the Cowboys, so they're feeling really, really confident, man.
So what kind of smack have they been talking?
Oh, they've been saying that, you know, the Cowboys are pretty easy to beat. You know, they run a simple defense, you know. It's good, but no matter what there, we'll take care of them. This is what Mike Evans is saying. Also, you know, Tom Brady and Mike Evans laughing on the sideline about how many times in a row they've beaten the Cowboys. You know, they think it's a game. So we'll see them Monday night.
I can't wait.
So G, I got to ask the question. You know, it ain't just us that's talking about this. It ain't, you know, I've seen it. Like I said, it ain't me just hearing it at the barbershop. It ain't me just, you know, having the conversation with, you know, the OG about, you know, just realistic expectations. And I want to play devil's advocate here with you, because you guys go, you know, get a lot of scrutiny. What happens? And we just a what if, man. What happens if y'all lose? What just what if? What happens coach wise? What happens Dak Prescott wise? You know, tell me, you know, where the Cowboys go from there if you can't say nothing, man. Ain't nothing.
What? We just talked about this. You go on to the next season. I mean, I don't.
So Jerry Jones there's gonna be no repercussion for nobody, because let Stephen A. said, you know, your coach is on the line here. His job on the line.
I don't think it'll be repercussions for my head coach or anybody like that. I think we're already going to lose, like the coordinator. I think Kellen Moore will probably gone. Dan Quinn possibly could be gone as well. So I think you're already going to have some moves already. You're not going to get rid of another move and try to get rid of your head coach either. You know, when your team loves the head coach, he's put together a great team. So no, you're not getting rid of. I
thought I was giving you a few days to kind of mull this over, but then when I heard this on Friday, and then I hear it again on a network. What? I mean, the only reason why they're saying it is come Monday after the game, Sean Payton, because that doesn't mean your season will be over if you guys do. Sean Payton, you know, is there. Because everybody's thinking that, you know, y'all been vetting this dude for a reason. If you lose and Jerry Jones asks this, you know, for permission to speak to Sean Payton, where would your head be? Did he freeze up? Is he playing with me? He froze, OG?
Never can tell about him sometimes. He might be froze.
Tell me what you think, OG?
You know, G always says you can't fire a 12-5 coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can.
So there's something there.
You know, he made the statement about the Chargers coach having all this talent and not knowing what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But hey,
it'd be the same scenario.
Same scenario, except for they 12-5.
And that's what I'm saying. There he is. Can you finish? Is it your internet? So
Internet acting up. Yeah, internet acting up.
I feel you. I feel you.
Talk reckless on him.
you talking reckless. He said, look, then he was like this. I'm frozen. I can't say that. Like, oh Lord. OG just said yes. Yes, he did. I'm trying to see where you at on the what if scheme. Because everybody keep thinking that, y'all don't have a chance against Tampa Bay and that now it's gonna be a whole lot of heavy moves.
Right.
And I just want I'm just trying to figure out the what ifs in your head.
Right. There is no what ifs. There's no what ifs.
All right, OG.
So I got a question for you, G. So the same thing you said about the Chargers coach, having the talent and not being successful with the talent. So this will be back-to-back years y'all going 12-5. I don't know what your record was before 3 years ago. Be back-to-back years you going 12-5 with the talent that you have. But if you lose on Monday, you still will not gone past the first round. So you don't think that's looked down upon?
I don't think so. If you're, are you saying you're looking down on that because of what's been going on in the past 27 years? Or are you saying in the last 3 years or the 2 years? So this is how you got to look at it. So you can't look at it from the last 27 years. You got to look at it for the last 3. If your coach went 12-5 in the last 2 years, are you saying, oh man, he ain't got the first round. He ain't doing what he's supposed to do?
I think at that point,
as this coach, what's it gonna take to win? I mean, what's it gonna take to get past the first round? You wanted this, we brought this. You wanted that, we brought that. So what's it gonna take to get past this first round?
So let me say this: you've done you got pieces, but you got some pieces that are out too. So it's winning in the playoffs, going to the Super Bowl, all that stuff. It takes a little bit of luck. It takes a little bit of luck with that, and sometimes the luck don't fall in your favor, and you got to understand that. But what he's done overall for the team is successful enough to keep him another year, keep him, for the future. He hasn't had a season. Let's say like this. Let's say the Steelers. We talk highly of what Mike Tomlin is doing, right? When the last time the Pittsburgh Steelers won?
Super Bowl?
Oh yeah.
Like 13 years ago with 10 years ago?
In a minute. But we look at, and this man is keeping them at a winning record.
Keeps them relevant.
They're relevant. Why is it different with the Cowboys? That's what I'm so they're not winning, but nobody's saying nothing about that. But when the Cowboys are 12-5, they didn't win. There's a problem.
But that's y'all fault. Okay, so like I said, BB just asked the question: why do they want the coach fired so bad? It's not that we want the coach fired so bad. We're going with I'm just using your logic against you, or how you do it against you. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, what you say, your expectations are Super Bowl. So 12-5 in my head from what I get from you means nothing. Because y'all, like OG said, you did it last year. Do it if you end up doing it again this year. You fired the coach with 12-5 because of y'all expectations.
Remember what y'all asked me last year when we lost in the first round? How did I feel about my season?
We talked to your neighbor. We heard you screaming and yelling in your backyard and tearing up clothes.
I told you I felt like we had a great season. We didn't go where we wanted to go, but I felt like we had a great season. That's what it is. You could have a great season and not make it to the Super Bowl. That's possible.
Hey, you know what you need to do? You need to change job and go into politics.
Tell you how I feel, guys.
Y'all ain't right. Let me ask y'all this real fast. Before we get off. when you say, all right, when was the last time let's say I got into a debate with somebody on TikTok about this. There's like, when was the last time boys won a Super Bowl? I was like, well, 95. They're like, no, man, 96. I was like, well, no, it was 92, 93, 95. No, man, it was 90, 93, 94, 96. They count the year that the Super Bowl was in. Is that what you all do?
Not the season, but the year the Super Bowl occurred.
Yeah.
Okay, tomato on that, but yeah, but it's the season, not the.
Isn't it supposed to be the season, not the year?
Yeah, it's the season.
Yeah, you win for that season.
So they.
I don't think happening this year is the playoffs.
It's a huge debate on TikTok.
Was it?
Right.
We all know that the Super Bowl happens the next year.
The next year.
You know, this ain't new, but at the same time,
I looked it up, and it was like, and it said, I say, so when was the last? What was the Super Bowl years for the Cowboys? And it said 93, 94, 96. I'm like, that's not right. Like,
oh crap!
It's the 95, 92 season.
But that, okay, well, I guess you would have to look up how, because the Super Bowl by itself is, it's under a bowl game. So for that, you're right. They won for that.
Ain't it part of the season?
But the Super Bowl happened.
But isn't it?
The next year.
Is the Super Bowl part of the season though?
It's supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be. When we got into this whole, when the playoff situation happened, playoffs, Super Bowl. Like I said, remember when the Super Bowl was in January? Now it's pushed back to February. I remember I used to have a Super Bowl party. My birthday is this month. My birthday is the 31st, and I used to always have, like, if it fell on the weekend or whatever, I have a Super Bowl party. Now it's in February. Next week, I can't even have
Mr. Birthday off.
Wikipedia said 95.
For the season?
For the Super Bowl win.
Super Bowl win.
It said 95.
It said 95. So when I looked up Super Bowl years, look up when the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. What year?
It said 96.
It said 96.
On Wikipedia?
Wikipedia said 95.
For the season?
It says Super Bowl championships. It said y'all won 5. 71, 77, 92, 93, and 95.
Season.
Super Bowl championship. You just get those years.
Okay, okay. We're looking at 96, 95. What about 93? Was it the 93 season or was it the 92 season? Or,
It was both. We won 92, 93, and 95.
Okay, so
seasons.
All right. So that's just so was it the 91 season or the 92 season?
It was the 92 season. Going into 93.
Okay.
And we won back to back. Well, 92 and 93.
Okay.
And then we lost to the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. And then the 49ers won against the Bills in the Super Bowl. And then we came back in the following year and won against Steelers in the 5. So I think the 49ers play the Bills.
All right, I got a question, guys. What's going on with Dobbins? Okay. So the quarterback scenario at at Baltimore. Are they gonna get? I heard some people saying get rid of Lamar Jackson for some picks. Baltimore is not going to pay him. That's the reason why he's probably sitting out. I think this is the second season, where they've only gotten about 12 wins out of him, or 12 games out of him, one playoff win. What are y'all thoughts about Lamar Jackson and Is this his last season in Baltimore?
Franchise tag.
Huh?
Franchise tag.
Franchise tag. That's okay. So they franchising. I think it's gonna be excess of 50.
Which is crazy. You need to go ahead and pay him if you go franchise tagging. But if they can't come to even kill on what the expectations are, that's what's gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna let him go.
Because that's what I'm saying. If you tag him that in that 50, you could have just went on and paid him, like you said.
Right. Because if you let him go, other than the Derek Carr, who they go get?
I slept on D Carson also about them yards and his win percentage too. But them 10 years, he been in the league 10 now.
Yeah, I think so.
And they said he's averaged four stacks a year. Ain't bad.
Mike Vick said he should strap it up, strap that leg up, and come out there and play.
That's easy for Mike.
Mike said he did it for a whole season. Said he played on that same injury for a whole season.
Not with the Falcons.
No, because y'all got rid of him.
It's a holdout tactic.
Whoa, no, we didn't. He said we got rid. Don't do that. You know, we controversially they had to release him, and really the judge released him.
Scared. Yeah, scared.
The judge had to release him. You know, when he got there, we got them 5 years. Judge.
What Lamar Jackson's doing, let them get a taste of what it's going to be like without him.
If they win, though, what if they playing 2 quarterbacks right now? They said they're gonna play both Huntley and Brown. I think. I forget the kid.
Hey, let me say this: they made it to the playoffs pretty much without him.
Did they? No, they did.
No, they didn't. G.
No, they did.
How many games?
There you go throwing that shade again.
Yeah, no, they did. They won with him his play, but then they kind of like they scrapped to the playoff line. You know what I'm saying?
How many games did he play in this year? How many? Let me see. Find out how many games he missed. What's up, MB?
Oh.
MB, what's up, my dog? My boy said we back in it. Hey, he came out of hiding. Mark Bennett. My dog came out of hiding.
They'll win. But I say, how many wins did they win with Lamar? Because I know by that time they wasn't rushing him to come back because they had already clinched. You know what I'm saying? They were already in that when you know his wins and losses had gotten them there. They were just hoping that he would be able to make it back. That's why they didn't mind sitting him as long as they did.
All right.
Why y'all looking that up? Let me say this here. I'm gonna throw a big shout out to my neighbor's son. It's damn near 30-something degrees out there. That man out there dribbling that basketball. He playing out there in that driveway. They play with my sons and all that. They're about the same age. I ain't gonna lie to you. He out there. He working on them skills. It's cold out there. You hear what I'm saying?
Let's see.
He missed 6 and they were 3-3.
Huh?
Missed 6.
That's what it looked like. I'm looking at the stats.
He was 3-3 this
year.
year.
Looked like he got hurt against Denver because his stats was terrible against Denver. And then he had no stats against Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Atlanta, Pittsburgh again, and Cincinnati.
That'd be easy.
What?
That'd be an easier way to do this. This is crazy.
I'm gonna say you ain't getting no shit. OG just said he got nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing there. He didn't do nothing for that game. He didn't give us no stats.
I did. I tell you, he missed 6 games and they went 3-3.
He missed.
And they missed 6 games and they went 3-3 while he was out.
So he started. He's saying that he only played 6 games this season.
No, he missed 6 games.
Right. Well, how many games did he win?
Oh, how many games did he win? That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like 7.
Okay, 7 games, 7 wins. Okay.
They went 10-6 today this year.
They 10-7.
10-7. Okay.
So out of that 10 wins, he was responsible for 7.
Yeah.
Makes 6
That's what I'm
straight
looking at.
games.
You see something different, G?
No, I haven't seen that. I saw right now. You say he missed a 6 straight game right now.
Yeah.
But didn't he miss some early on too? No.
According to the stats, he didn't.
Now I will agree with OG.
Okay.
Like it's been one or two games. Woo! Oh man. That he didn't, he didn't put up a touchdown or didn't rush for a whole lot because they had them low scoring games with like a 13-9 win or something like that. I will agree with you on that. But to his credit, it was one of them. I think one was a crazy rainy game, another one was a snow game. So you gotta be realistic.
So you see what MB put up there.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Sean Payton.
I don't think Payton to go to the Chargers.
And I heard somebody. I mean, they have a Super Bowl built team ready to win right now.
Is the Super Bowl built?
Yeah, you got Bosa on one side, you got Mac on the other side, you got Derwin James, you got Asante Samuel, you got Keenan Allen, you got Mike Williams, you got Justin Herbert, you got the number 1 draft pick on the left tackle. I mean, you're pretty much set up.
Now check this out. Now, Sean Payton is from San Mateo, California. He's a California kid now.
Yeah, but they don't have any draft picks.
Yeah,
and the Saints want draft picks.
Now check this out. Also, he was an offensive assistant coordinator at San Diego State. In the 80s. Running.
San Diego's not gonna fire their coach, man.
Said he running back coach from 92 to 93. I mean, so he been in San Diego. Trying to put something together here.
But they in Los Angeles now.
I'm just saying he been in California. You know what I mean?
They're not gonna fire the coach, man.
Okay. Well, let me see. So last year Lamar played in 12 so he missed 5 games last year or 4 games last year.
But like I said, the major question is, if you're the owner, what quarterback are you going after that's available? If you let him go.
Now, mind you, so Sports Illustrated just put this up 4 hours ago. They hired
Derek Carr. Huh? Derek Carr.
So Derek Carr is already being. Derek Carr is a hot commodity right now.
Hot. I told you everybody bidding for him, dog. That's
everybody named so called in it. The Derek Carr sweepstakes.
Put your name in the hat. Put your name in the hat, man.
Now we still got to realize too. Anybody that picks up Sean Payton as a coach, or like I said, if you decide to get Derek Carr anywhere, whatever, the Saints want 2 first-round picks and the $60 million that's owed, for the dude.
That's ludicrous, man.
And that's just what they want. They know they ain't gonna get that. So they actually just hoping for a first-round pick. Like they hoping for 1 first-round pick.
How you gonna offer one of the first-round pick for a coach?
Yeah.
And over 60.
Didn't somebody else get that though?
Who?
What coach? There was another coach that got traded for draft picks.
In football?
Yeah.
Chucky got traded, right?
Chucky.
Yeah. It was
Chucky. Yes.
Was it for draft picks or money? Not first round though, was it?
When he left, what he left the Raiders to Tampa.
It was either because he won one. They traded him, and he ended up winning one that next year with your boy squad.
Tampa.
Yeah, he won that.
Yeah, with Tony Dungy squad.
Yeah, with Tony Dungy guys. Because they fired Tony Dungy, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. All right, man. Well, look, we gotta get off this show, man.
No, right.
Things been going on. All right, man. Hey, MB, man, appreciate you jumping on. A little late, my dog. Hey, you never late, bro. You right on time. We appreciate you, dog.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man. I ain't seen my dog MB. Hey, so MB, me, MB, and Glaze, we started together on doing our guys' football trips. It started with MB, me, MB, and Glaze, man.
I got one of you guys with me now. I got one of you guys. I'm working with it. One of my guys, really, but Big Reggie, got to get him right. I've been trying to help him, man. So y'all pray for him, man. You know, trying to get to this next level.
Reggie who?
Yes.
Oh, you got Taylor. You got Reggie Taylor with you.
Yeah.
RT.
I mean, what I'm saying, like I've been, trying to help him. Yeah.
Yeah, Peter. Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. RT.
Can you help me too?
Yeah, you can drive. You got to start in that building first.
No, man, I can't do that, man. Come on, man.
All right, man. Hey, episode 65 in the books, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Everybody out there, my dog Mark Bennett, Kanisha Davis, Brandon Buchanan, Rodney Littlejohn, James Littlejohn, my homegirl Lisa Spence. Them San Francisco 49ers looking tough out there. My dog, Michael Wolf, Carlos, what's up, my dog Low, huge Denver Broncos fan. Hey, he brought some heat today. We thank y'all. Hey, my dad wasn't on today, man. I'm surprised my dad wasn't on. Alvin Jameson, my guy, man, our sponsor. Make sure y'all check out. And then my guy Deuce, I know he's in the background watching my guy, man. Appreciate you. Hey, man, we'll see y'all on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And hopefully y'all have some good news. Hopefully we have some good news. All right?
Good news about what?
Good news. Good news coming up. Hey, remember, y'all, the crew and you, we're partnering up with Adaptive Life Foundation for a charity golf tournament April 10th at the City Club in Marietta. Hey, bring your foursome, man. It's going to be a great time for a great cause. We thank y'all, man. It'll be so awesome.
Help me with your news. What good news?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Oh, my son was supposed to be on today. He ain't never come on. He wanted to, he's launching a shirts. New man.
Oh yeah.
He's doing new launching.
You gotta put the link out, man. Could you send it to us? But then you gotta put that link out for the shirts, man, so we can get it.
Yeah, I gotta put the link out. Yeah, dang it.
What good news? It's election year or something?
Yeah, he got his baffled now.
Yeah, hey, I tell y'all, man.
Good news.
It's gonna be good news. He looks hurt. Hey, man, but we love y'all. Keep your head on swivel, man, and keep God first. We'll see y'all on Wednesday, baby, 8 o'clock. And we are out. Peace.
Later.
Good humor. Like good humor ice cream.